What up, B Squad? It's your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for Baddies, you guys. This show right here, man. I don't even know where to begin to start with this show because, whatever. This is Baddies, you guys. It's me, JB, and I'm sweaty, and we're here today to discuss the new episode of Baddies. If anybody watches Baddies and know anything about how many episodes a season has of Baddies, please let me know down in the comment section, you guys. But before we get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel, if you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and have me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this episode of Baddies, shall we? Now, I didn't tell you guys what number this is. This is season 6, episode number 9. The episode was titled, Who's Going Home Now? Hopefully it's, I will let it go home at this point. I'm already at home, but with this, I would just love to just take a break. Do they take breaks? Do they do anything? Like, please let me know in the comment section because I don't know. So this episode, you guys, it literally picks up where the last episode left off with OP and Bad Dolly, boxing each other, right? And again, I still don't understand why these ladies are, my God, they just going at it with each other. It's like, wow, wowzers, like, what's going on? Because, I don't know what's going on, but hey, neither here nor there, right? So they bing, 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 binging each other, right? And I was looking, I was like, damn, they fighting, but you see them doing this with their heads down. I was like, can y'all pick y'all heads up just a little bit? You know what? I get it. Y'all don't want to have any issues with the facials, with the face cards. I get it, right? So they in that round. Then they decide to go for a second round. I was like, wow, y'all still going. Now we'll say to you, Bad Dolly, that second round, when you fell on that ground, she was bing, bing, binging you. So yeah, I know you was on social media upset that, Tinka and what's the girl's name? Taseki were saying that you got beat up. The first round, I'll give it to you. I will give it to you. I don't know how to call that one because I can't say you got beat up and I can't say OP got beat up. But in that second round, yeah, beloved, I think you got your ass handed to you, right? So then on top of that, you got Ivory over there telling, OP that she did her big one. I was like, okay, I mean, if you say so, I ain't gonna sit here and say yay or nay. But again, that second round, I definitely have to say, I think OP did win that one. But the first one, I can't really call it, right? So, like I was just saying a few minutes ago, so Bad Dolly, she was pissed, right? That everybody's saying that she, got beat up. So I guess now she's talking about she want to see all the girls who said something about her getting beat up, right? I was like, so you gonna go to the reunion ready to beat somebody up because somebody said you got beat up? Girl, I hope when you get to the reunion that you do, square up and handle all these girls, right? I hope you handle Tinka, which I sincerely doubt you're gonna handle Tinka, but right? I hope you handle Tinka. I hope you handle Taseki, which I sincerely doubt you're gonna handle Taseki, right? And I hope you handle Ivory, which I sincerely doubt you're gonna handle Ivory. But okay, I hope you do, right? I hope you do. I hope you do. So, mind you, Bad Dolly's hands, she was already messed up from a previous fight, right? So she over there, talking about how her hands hurt. I was like, I would imagine your hands do hurt, lady. You've been boxing since you got in this. That's the other thing when it comes to like Zeus. Like, how much do they pay these girls to do this to themselves? Like, cause y'all are really hurting yourselves. Like, the money can't be that good. But when you think about it, these are probably girls who come from not having a lot, right? So any amount of money that has commas in it, it probably seems like a lot of money to them, right? If it has, if it has a comma followed by a consecutive amount of digits, if it's 3 digits, if it's a comma, if it's a digit right here with a comma followed by 3 digits, that might be a lot to them. If it's if it's 2 digits in front and a comma, a few digits, some of these things might be. I don't know how much Zeus is paying. I'm not, so, but for me personally, I don't think, no, it ain't no, I don't think I know for me personally. For me personally, no amount of money would be worth it. But when you don't have a lot, sometimes, the smallest amount of money can look like a lot to you, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and say that I haven't been in that position before where, I've accepted, which not this job, not the last one, but the one before that last one I had, the one before the last one that I had, I took that job out of a necessity, right? Because I had bills to pay and I had things that I needed to do. And it wasn't a whole lot of money that I was making from that position. But I was like, you know what? At this point, you got to do what you got to do until you can get to where you want to be, which is currently, where I'm at now, right? Because I used that first job as a stepping stone in my industry to get to where I wanted to go. Because initially, I wasn't going to take that. Literally, I was not going to take that job because it was more than what I made in my last job. It was more than what I made in my previous job before that one that I got, but it was a lower level it was lower level, and I felt the way. But neither here nor there, right? So after that, we see as Dolly is now. Here's my thing where Dolly kind of lost me because she going off on Summer, and Summer just trying to help you because girl, you injured, so she's trying to help you. Now I get it. She probably spraying, that stuff that she was spraying. It might have been a lot for Dolly, and she might have been spraying a whole lot in her face, right? So I'm gonna let Dolly have that one. But girl, you were being a little bit rude to Summer. But see, this is why you never fight for somebody like Summer, who got all his mouth. She better be able to back it up. Like I ain't finna, hell no. No. But I mean, if that's what she wanted to do, then that's what she wanted to do. Again, it would not be me, but it is what it is, right? So after that, we see as they're in the house, right? Actually, before they went in the house, there's some of the girls are still sitting outside with Natalie, right? And Natalie is talking about the girls that they called out. She needs them to step up. I said, step up and do what, girl? Y'all don't do nothing but in this house, the girls beat each other up, right? Then y'all go to the club. If the girls ain't got no music, then what they gonna show up and do? It's like you want these girls to show up and just get, pummeled on. But I mean, and they do it like some dumbasses. They do it like some dumbasses. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, the check must be good. Because for me, the check just could not be that good. It must be a bomb ass check. Like it literally must be a bomb ass check. Because for me to do some stupid, but I'm too old to be doing that. I'm a little too old to be doing some dumb-ish like that. I just would never. But hey, they want to do it. Let them have it. I ain't even really too mad at it. Because it is what it is, right? But yeah, Natalie wants some of the girls to step up. But then what really threw me for a loop was the fact that, so Bad Dolly is pissed off about the girls talking about her. I was like, well, girl, you kind of got your ASS hand. I mean, like I said, in that last round with you and OP, baby, OP definitely gave it to you. OP definitely gave it to you. So I don't know what you mad about, but you should be mad at yourself for you should be mad at yourself more than anything, because like I just said a minute ago, you doing all this for Summer. Let Summer fight her own battles. Like, Summer got a lot of mouth to go at it with these girls. Let Summer let Summer handle her scandal. That's my whole thing. Why you taking licks that should be for Summer? Let Summer take the licks that should be for her. That's all I gotta say. So after that, they back in the house. So Dolly is pissed off with Lex because Lex didn't end up doing anything to, OP. And I was like, girl, so she was supposed, so because you sat there and took a lick for Summer, Lex was supposed to take a lick for you? That's stupid. And I was with Lex. Lex was like, girl, Summer's the one that's popping her shit, so let Summer handle her business. I was like, I absolutely agree with you on that one. That makes logical sense. Because not Dolly, but Lex's whole thing was like, since you injured, if she was wanting to, get out there with you, yeah, I would have defended you. But you are defending Summer, who ain't hurt. So Summer can let Summer do her big one. But we all know Summer ain't gonna do her big one because Summer can't fight. Neither here nor there, right? So the girls are getting ready to go out to the club for the night, right? So they get on the bus. So Ivory, actually, the crazy thing is, Dolly is telling Lex, like, girl, you gotta get the fuck up out of my room. Like, you can't stay in my room tonight. Like, you gonna get the fuck up out of my room. And Lex is like, girl, if you touch my stuff, it's gonna be a problem. And nobody touched her stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. Nobody touched her stuff. So on the bus, Ivory is being messy, asking Lex, like, so what's the beef with what was going on between you and Dolly in the house, right? And so Lex is like, well, she mad because I didn't fight OP, and she feel like she's like, not Dolly, but Lex's whole thing is, me and OP, I done fought her. She basically called that girl lightweight. I was like, so OP, you gonna sit here and let her call you lightweight in your face? And even Ivory kind of clocked that, like, girl, she just said you ain't no competition to her, so you ain't gonna say nothing, you ain't gonna try nothing with her. She was like, nope. Okay, here's the thing with OP. I'm gonna let OP have it, right? Because I'm pretty sure at this point, OP is tired of getting into it with girls, so I give it to her, right? So they went to the club. I forgot that some of these girls, because Taseki was on the stage, and Taseki got one of those things on her finger. I was like, I forgot her fingers messed up. Again, how much these girls get paid to do this show? Now, I would assume since people like Taseki, Biggie, Rolly, Jayla, Anna, Tinka, even DTB. Speaking of which, she got arrested, I saw over the weekend. I would assume since those girls are returning, I would hope they're getting a little bit more money than what these newbies are getting. But I really do wonder, what are the newbies getting paid? What is their salary? Like, I can assume that people like I said, like the quote unquote OGs, I can assume that some of the OGs are probably getting paid decent. But then when you ask the question, what is decent? But then I also ask the question of, when I say, how much do these girls get paid, right? Because when you then look back at it, like the houses that they stay at, they ain't got no budget for these houses, because the house that they stayed at Chicago, I was looking at them like, that house looks a little empty. That house sounded like it had no kind of furniture, because there was one room that they were standing in, and I was like, this ain't got no furniture in it. Like, where are y'all staying at? Where's the budget? Again, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, right? So they at the club. Now Ivory, actually before Ivory got on the mic and said this her city, Big Lex is like, what's up? Are they in Cincinnati? They in Cincinnati, right? They in Ohio, right? They in Ohio. I think they in Cincinnati, right? What's up? Nope, they in Akron. Are they in Cincinnati? I believe they're in Akron. They could be in Akron or they could be in Cincinnati. Whichever city they in. What's up, Cincinnati? What's up, Akron? Whichever city we in. What's up? I need y'all to stand the fuck up and represent. Show up. Because this is my motherfucking city or something. I'm paraphrasing right now. So the crowd getting a little hype because Big Lex on the mic. I was like, okay, cool. So then Ivory got on the mic like, y'all, this my motherfucking city. I was like, ooh. Now I know you don't like Big Lex, but so was that a dig at Big Lex because y'all in her city and you said this your city? Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Now for me, would it be a problem? No, cause I don't give a damn, right? You can go to my city and be like, this my motherfucking city. I'm like, okay, shit, it's your city. Who cares? Like, I really wouldn't care. Like, somebody like I could be doing and I'm using air quotes because I would never, let me not say I would never do a club appearance. Actually, nah, I probably wouldn't. Even if even if somebody asked me to do a club appearance, I wouldn't, because I'm not at that stage in my life anymore where I want to go to clubs. Like, I'm past that stage in my life. Now, if this was in my early 20s when I was going to the clubs, hell yeah, I probably wouldn't turn down a club appearance. But at this point, I'm at this age and stage in my life, yes, I will turn down a club appearance because 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be sleeping, that motherfucker. I'm just telling you the truth. I might fall asleep. But Big Lex is like, oh, is she trying to be funny? I'm like, I do believe she was being funny, but it is what it is, right? So the next morning they get back to the crib, right? The next morning, so Dolly has come to her senses and she realized that, she was just putting 20 on 10 when it came to Big Lex. If she didn't want to fight, then she can't make a fight. I was like, exactly. And same could go for you. You did not have to get into it with OP. You should have let Summer handle her business, but you didn't. So your fucked up fingers, and I mean, it's this this little piggy fucked up, this one fucked up, this one fucked up, this one fucked up, right? I'm also being facetious, but she had like so many. I think it was like 3 fingers that weren't covered, but the rest of her fingers are fucked up. I was like, again, how much y'all getting paid for this? It can't be enough. It can't. There is no amount of money that I would take to do some stupid ish like this, right? So they talking about going to the next house, right? Going to the next city. She like, going for it. She gonna basically take a back seat. I was like, you been should have took a back seat. Your 3, all but 3 of your fingers are covered because you done messed them up. So Tinker went to go check on Ivory, right? So they talking about who they think they gonna leave behind in Ohio, right? So Ivory thinks that they could leave behind Emma, or they could also Emma because Emma ain't doing nothing, right? Or they could also leave behind Summer because Summer is doing the most. I was like, well, with this particular show and the fact that they left old girl behind in the last city because she wasn't doing enough, I was like, I don't think that they're gonna leave Summer behind. I think they're gonna keep the delusions that is Summer. I think they'll keep her. I think Summer is fine. She's getting what I will say is she's getting on my last damn nerves, right? So then we see as Diamond is in her room, so Rolly and Biggie come in her room. First of all, Biggie, what the fuck was you wearing? I'm out here for body positivity, right? I don't fat shame nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't fat shame, I don't body shame nobody, but I was so confused with what Biggie was wearing. Cause this top she got on, her titties, they not like you would expect. If you have something like that on, you would want your titties to be sitting together and sitting up, but Biggie's titties are sitting down and spread. I was like, okay. Then she has a thong on, and I was like, why is that thong? Because the thong was always, it goes, it's on. I was like, girl, the way that thong is sitting, it's weird. And it ain't got nothing to do with her weight. It's the way that that thong was just sitting for me. I was like, that thong does not look, it looked like it's, because it looked like it was up too high, number one. That's really what it was. Because the crotch part was by her belly button. I was like, that don't look comfortable. Cause I just imagined that that thong was all up in her butt crack and all up in her coochie crack. Shout out to Kenya. I just really was thinking coochie crack, coochie crack, coochie crack, coochie crack, right? Because I was just like, I know that that thong has got to be sitting uncomfortable. Then we go to her interview with this green wig on. I was like, that wig is not sitting properly either. Then she got on a jacket that's open, right? And she got pasties on her titties. I was like, okay, that's fine. But what really threw me with Biggie was the fact that Biggie got some shorts on. And I looked at the shorts. I was like, this heifer, her shorts are not buttoned up. She is, it's like, you know, like, you know how when you go out to eat with your friends, right? And say you go to a buffet, right? And all you can eat buffet. And you eat as much as you can eat, right? And you know how when you get to the end of it, you're like, whoo, you got to unbutton that button. That's what Biggie looked like in that interview. I was like, girl, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Are you not embarrassed? And again, like I said, this ain't got nothing to do with Biggie's weight or size. Because, you know, I'm out here for big girls who, you know, I don't have a problem with big girls who want to show off, you know, their body. I think I have nothing against it. I like it, right? I do. Because I feel like if a skinny girl can do it, so can a big girl. Because that's how I feel about when it comes to Lizzo. Like people, I was like, you know, oh, she just want to show off her, you know, she's just showing off her body. Y'all get disgusted by it because y'all are disgusted by, I'm sorry, God, I'm not laughing at this. I'm laughing at SpongeBob. But y'all get disgusted by it because y'all are disgusted by bigger people. That's all that it is. Because if it's like when it comes to Lizzo, if a woman that was a toothpick wore the things that Lizzo wore, y'all wouldn't be batting the eyelash at it. But because she's a big girl, y'all like, ugh, she do too much. She do too much. I don't think she does too much. I don't think she does too much. I'm fine with what Lizzo does, right? It don't bother me. Not one bit. Just like with Biggie, I have not had issues with anything that Biggie had on. It was just, like I said in this episode, that scene, that thong, that interview, that wig, and them pants that you didn't button up. And I was wondering why you didn't. So that means that if you didn't button them pants up, Biggie, that means that they didn't fit you. So why didn't you go up a size, like one size bigger? Because obviously you couldn't fit them if you didn't button them up. But that ain't got nothing to do with nothing at all. But I just noticed that. I was like, girl, what? You look uncomfortable in that interview. But it is what it is. It is what it is, right? So they talking, once again, they talking about who they think gonna get left behind, right? I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care. So we see as the girls are getting ready to leave. So Natalie told them that 2 girls are up for getting left behind. I was like, so you gonna name the 2 girls that's up for being left behind? She said, nope. So what she decided to do was the OGs that have stayed in the house, she asked them, like, who do you guys think should be left behind, right? So they all go one at a time. So the first person to go was Diamond, and Diamond says that she thinks Akbar should be left behind, as well as Emma, because, you know, Emma's going through something personal at home, right? And I was like, wow. So this is the second person that's going through something personal at home. Again, how much y'all getting paid for this? That y'all are, is it for the notoriety? I don't know. I honestly don't know, you guys. I be confusion when it comes to this show. I truly do. So then after that, Tinka goes, and Tinka says that she feels Emma because Emma is going through something. So then Biggie says she thinks Jazz should be left behind, and that was it, right? So then Lex chimed in and asked Ivory, so yo, Ivory girl, so when we was out at the club last night and you said that this is your city, were you being funny? And she's like, no, I was just drunk. And you know, every city we go to, I say that this is my city. I said, huh? Okay. Girl, you know you was being facetious towards that, being funny towards that girl. Like, be for real. Be real about it, Ivory. Keep it a buck. Keep it a bean. You was being funny. So, Ivory feels a way that Lex called her out on the bus. I was like, oh my God. And she wouldn't let it go for a good minute. So then she finally let it go. So then Jazz and Summer going at it. Now we'll say, Jazz, you did make a valid point when you said going back and forth with what's her name again? Summer. You just feel stupid. I was like, you should feel stupid. That girl is playing a game with you, and you're basically giving her what she wants. The easiest thing that you could do to Summer is ignore her. I mean, you two done already fought. You feel like you beat Summer up. Summer feel like she beat you up. So what we talking about here? But okay, I'm gonna let y'all have it because I don't really give a damn. So before they did leave, Natalie said it was gonna be riding on a private jet with her. It's mostly the OGs, right? What else? She did say that they gonna talk about who they think should be, left behind, right? But they're gonna put them on the bus. I was like, huh? So all the girls gonna get on the bus, but y'all gonna talk about on the private jet who y'all think should be left in Chicago, in Ohio. How that make sense? Somebody make that make logical sense to me. If you're gonna leave one of them behind, you should have figured it out before y'all left on the private jet and said, okay, Emma, you gonna stay behind, or okay, Jazz, you gonna stay behind. But they did talk about it, and all the girls were like, well, Summer's going through some things, and I was like, oh God, so I guess they're gonna keep Summer around because Summer's going through some things. But when that other girl going through some things that y'all left in the last city, you know what? It is what it is, right? They made it to the house, right? Now I will say, although this house ain't better than the other two houses, it's an upgrade. Not much, not by much, but it's a small upgrade. And when I say small, I mean small, because this house is basic. But you know what? If they like it, I love it for them. Wouldn't be me. Would not be me. Like, don't give me a bag full of money and then have me living in piss poor conditions. Just saying. But that's it. Now, the OGs got to the house before the newbies, right? So they decided they want to play a little trick on the girls. And so they switched rooms. They switched names on rooms. So Natalie, and it was Natalie, and I'm curious to see what Natalie gonna do in next week's episode when Ivory is ready to square up with whoever thought it was funny to put her name and Big Lex's name on the same door. Now they did tell her it was a joke, but I'm so curious to see how Natalie, because Natalie, you are the one that did that. And I am so curious to see how Natalie's gonna react, because she ready to fight. And I will say, I'm gonna give Big Lex her I fucks with Big Lex, right? Because she don't back down. Because they told Big Lex that it was a joke, right? And child, at the end of this episode, Big Lex and Ivory got to boxing with each other. I was like, damn, y'all two heifers ain't tired of boxing at this point. But I will say, because Anna had was trying to talk to say something to Big Lex, and Big Lex clocked her like, Anna, shut up, basically, because you do a lot of this, but you ain't backing it up. And I was like, I absolutely agree with that. But Anna didn't want to call out Biggie. But if we don't call out Biggie, baby, we definitely need to call out Anna Mac too. Cause they both, if y'all want to say one is, around, then you got to call the other one out too. Like, we ain't finna sit here and just say that, we ain't gonna sit here and just, pile up on Biggie. You got to pile up on both of them. But that's the episode, you guys. If I left anything out, which I honestly don't care, if I left anything out, y'all feel free to leave that shit in the comment section below, you guys. please subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and also share the video, you guys. And until the next time, do me a solid favor, stay safe, you guys. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all. So if I don't see you guys again, I'm going to do a day cutting the food, but I don't know when I'm gonna do it. But if I don't see you guys again before the new year, happy new year to you all, and I hope you guys have a great and safe new year. Bye, guys.